There it is. It's open. Let me pause it, please. It doesn't count as started until I can pause it so it doesn't shout at me. Though I can devolume it, so fuck it. Hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people that has the world's most terror-best intro in the universe. How are we all doing this week? Mrs. Sick is tired and all achy because she did an exercise. Oh, no, that's not fair. You did like 3. She's giving me such a look now. No, you did the weekend. You went for a big long run on the treadmill, boy. And then we started shooting fools. Because I bought a new VR app and it's really fun. Called Pistol Whip. And it's ridiculously good exercise.
How much hair I lose?
From what? Every time I make fun of you. I'm surprised you're not bald.
I have a lot of hair.
You have far too much hair. This is how we thin your hair out. You're a twat.
That don't work.
Damn it. Anyway, let's is that paused? That's paused. Good. Let's scroll down, see what one. How are we doing, people? That's a bit small. Hello, all you sick soldiers. That is not the name of my fans. They're terrible people.
Sycophants.
I hate.
I like that.
When I first made the channel, I thought that would be a clever name, and then as it sort of stuck around in my head, I've grown to dislike it even more. I like terrible people.
Terrible people works.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason it's a terrible stream for terrible people. Yeah. Happy belated Father's Day. Thank you. You are the first person to actually say the words. I mean, my kids came in and assaulted me with pieces of paper with drawings on it. They're very cute drawings, don't get me wrong. I appreciated it. But I was very confused. Mostly because I'd only heard that it was going to be Father's Day the day before. And then, and I've just realised I haven't turned the gain up on this. Got to get my gains. There we go. Yeah, the day before, someone had sent me a dad joke to remind me that it was Father's Day the next day. I was like, oh yeah, better buy myself a present and pretend it's from the kids, which is what I literally did on Father's Day. Bought me some RAM. It's nice white RAM, and it juxtaposed to the black RAM that I already had, so it's black, white, and it looks really good. Gary? Yeah, but they drew me nice little pictures, but I'd been asleep for a decent amount of the morning, and then I just heard, "Kids, your dad's awake!" That's what you sound like, yeah.
What, like an 80-year-old Yorkshireman?
Yeah. That is what you sound like.
To be honest, I heard myself on a recording earlier and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's so
He's like,
bad.
hey, by gum.
I was listening to Germans talking in English and I was like, oh, I love their accents. And then it was just suddenly I came in and I was like, oh God, here we go. It's like,
what it, Doyle?
It's just like, God, my voice is so fucking annoying.
Bath with wham water. Yeah, she's very northern. You always thought you didn't really have an accent, didn't you?
No, because I was surrounded by people who spoke like me, but
Bollocks.
I wasn't as... my accent wasn't as strong as them, and I thought, oh, I didn't really have an accent.
Lol. You've well got an accent.
Yeah.
I always considered that I didn't have an accent, and I have more of a claim to that than... Oh, thank you, Halo Master 1, 2, 3, 4. No, oh, you tricked me. It's 1, 2, 4, 3, motherfucker. Have some whiskey. Well, if I must, pause another whiskey. Yay! Any excuse. I had to go out today to get more whiskey because I realised I was out. You right?
Yeah.
What? You poked me with your leg and went da-da-da.
I shifted because my legs fucking hurt.
Oh, I just heard da-da-da.
I got really fucking achy legs.
Yeah, you're all kinds of fucked up. And me too.
What do I get for frigging running and then doing pistol whip for like half an hour?
The thing is, okay, so for those of you who don't know, Pistol Whip is basically if you ever played Time Crisis in the arcades way back in the day or anything like that, Mrs. Sick has an awesome accent.
And you're wrong.
Yeah. You're. God, I can't think of a good.
I don't like my accent.
Yeah.
And the more I hear, like, when I hear other Yorkshire people talking, and I'm like, God's sake, is that how I sound? It sounds so fucking dumb.
No, you sound fine. No, Pistol Whip. Yeah, imagine playing an arcade shoot 'em up, but you have to dodge the bullets yourself, and you reload by pointing down. But Mrs. Six saw that as, well, every time I shoot someone then, I
didn't see it as that. I naturally, because I'm shorter than you, and I naturally do that.
Dodge all the way to the fucking floor and up again after every time you shoot? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You did like 80 fucking squats in about 3 minutes.
That's why my legs hurt.
Exactly. Yeah, each of the level has between fucking 80 and 150 bad guys to shoot, and she'd dodge literally every fucking time she saw one of them. She'd do a full head down halfway to the ground. It was a thing to behold. What really made me laugh is when she missed one of them, so she started shooting behind her, just without looking, which just made me giggle. Yeah, but if you have VR, play it. It's really good.
It's a really good leg workout, I tell you that.
Yeah. But it's also the music is fucking cracking.
It's just fun to do. It's like Beat Saber with guns.
Yeah, and if you start shooting people to the fucking rhythm, especially there's this one bit where there's like 12 guys that all appear one at a time, and you go do 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 do, and it's like, oh my god, I am God. Makes you feel like, I mean, we weren't particularly impressed with the John Wick films, but the fight scenes, until they started getting kind of tedious, were pretty good. And it makes you feel like John Wick in those fight scenes. So, yeah, that was fun. On a completely different note... Day? What day?
Mrs. Sick getting her squats in for the day. Day? No, month.
I have Time Crisis for the PS2. Oh, man. And I bet you don't have a single fucking screen where you can make it work. Unless, of course, you do have an old CRT when I'm jelly, bruh. Pistol Whip is what Henry did to Karen's neighbour on Goodfellas. Oh, okay.
I've not seen Goodfellas.
I don't think I've seen Goodfellas either. That's one of those films that you always hear about, but I never watched. Good evening. Yeah, so both of us did that. We did it 2 days in a row, and we were fine after the first day. And I think we got cocky.
No, I did, because I did 45 minutes of frigging running on the treadmill, and I thought, oh yeah, I could do that.
I do. And yeah, we're both kind of fucked today. And we were feeling it yesterday, to be fair.
No, I'm feeling it today. I can barely fucking stand up.
No, yesterday you were like, I'm not sure if I'm aching or if I'm in pain.
And today I'm in pain.
Today you're paking.
Yeah, pig.
I have 2,000 plasma. Oh, right, you have...
What, like blood plasma?
I'm assuming that they have a plasma TV.
Oh, right, plasma TV.
I don't think that works. The plasmas work like an LCD to an extent, I think. If it does work, that's fucking cool. But, yeah. It's a great film. Goodfellas, you should watch it at least once. Yeah. There's so many films. There's I can't think of any off the top of my head, but like a film that everyone should watch for me is like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's one of those films that's just like an experience, and one of the funniest films when you're really fucking drunk, and I'm assuming stoned. I've never watched it stoned, but Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Oh god, we laughed our tits off with that.
It's so fucking dumb. It is such a stupid film.
It was like, was it like 3 o'clock in the morning and we just sat there
Absolutely pissing ourselves laughing. It was so fucking funny when we would. I mean, I think it's reasonably funny because that kind of Mike Judge humor. Like we love King of the Hill, and it's one of those ones that we'll put on when we're both feeling bad, and it makes us feel better. So you know, Mike Judge has that sense of humor, but that film is so ridiculous.
I'm just watching the cat chase his tail. she's like she forgot that she ever had a tail kind of run.
Attack. I've had dogs chase their tails, but only like once per dog, and it's really disappointing when they won't do it again. The other one was I had this dog, little Jack Russell. She was like a barrel. At least when we got her a little bit healthier. She was a rescue. She was so fucking cute, stumpy little tail because it was docked because bastards. But she's fucking adorable. One of the happiest dogs I've ever met. Wagged her tail so hard that her whole body was controlled by it, which is one of my favourite things. But she chased her tail once, and I got her to howl once when I was a kid. I just sat there going, oh, at her. And eventually she just looked up and went, oh, and I was like, hey! Never got her to do it again in the next fucking 10 years of having her as a dog. Very disappointing. Don't know what caused her to do it.
I am gone.
Oh, yeah. I need TP for my bunghole. One of my favourite things, if I hear people speaking in Spanish, I just automatically, my brain goes to, from the game, Virtual Stupidity, I think it was called. Back when fucking click and point adventure games were the rage. But you could go to a classroom and Beavis would stick his head through the door and the teacher would go, Señor Beavis, ¿qué estás haciendo en mi clase? Beavis goes, akara, bunghole. Get the hell out of here, Beavis. Cat, calm down. There is no danger.
I'm going to kick her out because she's pissing me off.
Why don't you feed her
Go
first
on my
and then
legs.
kick her out? See, she wants the food. She knows how to get it. Like the stream, guys, it really helps. I don't know who it helps, but if it helps somebody, then I failed because these are supposed to make people's lives worse. I am the great Cornholio. When he walks up to the he walks up to the picture, I think it's of Richard Nixon doing the peace signs with both hands, stares at the picture for a few minutes and goes, "Are you threatening me?" It's fucking stupid. I know. Some of you will be listening to this like, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's fucking dumb. And it is. It's so dumb.
One of my favourites is the one that got us laughing for like 20 minutes.
What?
The petrified wood.
Oh, yeah. You may be wondering, how does wood get so hard? Like, oh, yeah. You bought it. I'm just of that generation. And you're sort of tail end, I think. Back when MTV used to play music. But you can also judge it on back when Beavis and Butthead was like about 60% taking the piss out of music videos. That's mostly what it was. They would just make fun of heavy metal music videos, or mostly metal, but other stuff as well. And it was just, I don't know. I didn't like those bits as a kid. I'd probably like those bits quite a lot now because yeah. But it was always the bits where they'd go wandering off. Man, you don't get bullshit like that nowadays. Stuff has to have value and not be stupid. That's where I come in and tell my stupid jokes. Fire! Do not make my bumhole angry. Do you know what? I shouldn't be surprised that most of the people who even bother to turn up to this are all making Beavis and Butthead references now. And there was the character who had this exact same voice as Hank Hill, but a completely different character, essentially, but with the exact same voice, which always confused me, as I used to watch a lot more King of the Hill than Beavis and Butthead. The non-alcoholic beer was a good one. I could see that being.
Boss Tuber says you didn't read my super chat.
Oh. Did you make one? I didn't see one. Oh. It's getting too big. I can't see it. I'll have to do some clicking, and Mrs. Sick will get mad at me. So I'm going to be clever about it this time. I'm going to do it like this. So I've got the whole screen, half a screen, to myself while I look for stuff.
Right.
Oh, Streamlabs. Do you... I can't remember. Do you think he is Boss Tuber? Is it I was banned from Discord just for describing what I wanted Vanessa Dimframs to do to me? That sounds like something you would say. Okay. You've got to remember that I don't really see... I don't have that set up and I don't notice anything. I'm very bad at doing the attention paying. Oh. The Beavis and Butthead Moronathon was the best TV all-nighter ever. I can imagine so. Was there a gay... I remember there being a hippie teacher. I'm not sure if he was gay. I mean, there might have been a gay teacher. I don't know. But I sell propane and propane accessories. Yes, lesbian seagull. That was just the worst thing ever. Oh, yeah. I had something else to say. I didn't want to just talk about Beavis and Butthead and reminisce. That's something. I don't know if anybody here is better at computers than me. Very likely. But one of the guys, he was here last week, I was saying, I'd given him some advice on computer stuff. But unfortunately, he's tried building it and something's gone wrong and it's hard to figure out what it is. But he's on Twitter, and if anybody sends me a message on Twitter saying that they might be able to help, like if you got better ideas than me, I would be appreciative, and I'll get you in touch with this dude. So he's building his first computer, and he's built it all. As far as I can tell, he's done everything right, and it's just not switching on. Tried to troubleshoot the PSU, tried to troubleshoot what we can. He hasn't got any other fucking hardware because it's his first computer, obviously, and for some reason it's just not working, which is a fucking huge shame. It's the worst thing when you build a computer for the first time and it just doesn't work. Like,
has he tried the plug switch?
I checked to make sure that he had plugged it in, that he had switched his power wall on, that he had triple checked to make sure that those stupid little fucking front panel connectors were all in the right places, and he can't turn it on, so it doesn't. Not all about Beavis and Butthead. I'm out. It won't turn on at all. So funnily enough, that's not particularly useful. But yeah, he needs the it crowd. Yes. It doesn't switch on at all, and I've tried getting him to short the pins for the button to make sure that it's not the button that's broken, and it still won't turn on. So I'm thinking either dead motherboard, dead PSU, although I'm not sure if he's done the thing I told him to, which will let him test the PSU. He might have done that, but I'm not sure. But if he hasn't done that, because it's quite janky to do. You get a fucking paperclip and you jam it into the end of the power supply, and then you turn it on at the flicky switch. and if it turns on, then it's fine, and if it doesn't, then it's fucked. Not sure if he's done that yet, but everything else we've tried, I reckon it's either the power supply or it's the motherboard is dead. But either way, if anybody has like some fucked up ideas, or he's not plugged things in properly, which is completely possible. But unfortunately, he's in Germany, I'm in England, and I don't have a way or necessarily the time. I spent most of the day trying to help him through, and at this point, I've kind of run out of time because I need to get on with work, and so I'm just trying to see if anybody else might have a bit of time and a bit of, more skill than me, because I'm out of ideas. And hopefully you won't have to just fucking return everything, and it'll be something silly and simple that someone else will go, oh, it's probably this, and help him. That would be good. No, it doesn't post. It doesn't switch on at all. It doesn't do anything when you press the power button, as far as I'm aware.
That probably would be this power supply then.
I think so. Or it's a completely fucked motherboard. Because if the motherboard is completely fucked, then it won't send the thing through to the power supply. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I should stop offering to help people who don't live next door to me, because it's so much easier to, I help Memory Man with his computer all the time, because
in exchange for beer.
It's usually an excuse to hang out, to be honest. It's like, oh no, my computer, it's a bit dirty. It's got now it's dirty. We should bring it round and clean it and then drink beer. It's like, oh no, we'll do that. Speaking of cleaning computers, the amount of ways that I feel older and older, regularly. One of the strongest ones was this weekend. I bought myself a PC cleaner, and it's basically an air compressor, air blower. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's like the opposite of a vacuum cleaner. And I blew the dust out of all the machines in the house except for Mrs. Six, because hers is basically brand new.
Blew all the computers.
I blew them all. And I was so fucking pleased with how well it did it. They've been cleaner, but it was so much easier to get all the dust out of them. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so old. I'm really pleased with a thing that makes it easier to clean things. But
We're going to behave now.
A job that used to take me all day took me about an hour for 3 computers. So, I mean, I could have cleaned them more thoroughly, but I just basically got most of the dust out, and that made me very, very happy. Maybe it's a Gerber Russian. Are you just taking the piss because he's in Germany? I don't know. You can't kick the computer that's not by... Yeah, you can't percussive maintain a computer that isn't in your room. You can hear the cat. Hey, baby. Yeah? Yeah? What do you want? Baby? Speak. Speak. Yeah. Yeah. Turn it upside down and freeze something. Oh my god. I would love to upgrade from my GTX 1060. Any suggestions? Depends how much money you're willing to spend. Has he tried employing a virgin to blow into a sheep's bladder and turning widdershins 3 times before dawn on the solstice? Oh fuck, we forgot to do that. That'd be the one, wouldn't it? Because that's always the one. I'm always saying, did I remember to employ a virgin to blow into a sheep's bladder?
You missed the solstice, so maybe that's what it is.
Just by a day. Was it by a day?
Uh-huh.
Kids came in. Today is the longest day. I'm like, yes, it is. Every day is a really long day with you, kids. Please go away, Corona. I am indeed taking the piss. I'm taking my personal IBM god, aka uncle, to help me choose a good one. I'm getting a new computer when my dad gets back from vacation. Build one. Don't buy one. If you have the time and the patience, build one, because you'll get more hardware performance and satisfaction. I really like building computers until I don't. Until something goes wrong, and then it's incredibly fucking stressful, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And then I'm finished, and I'm really happy with myself. It's a roller coaster of emotions. To be fair though, what you really should do the first time you ever can build a computer is build two at once, because that way you have spares. I genuinely, unless you have a mate who has a house filled with unless you have me as a friend, don't build a computer on your own, because if anything goes wrong, it's so fucking stressful, especially if you basically have just enough money to build a computer. If you've got more money than sense, fucking go for it. Just buy double of everything, and then if something fucks up, you'll have spares. But other than that, I don't know. First computer I built, oh my god, I sweated so much. I thought I was gonna sweat into the case and destroy something, because I was so fucking nervous of breaking my £230 graphics card that I just bought, which was basically 2 weeks worth of fucking pay for my part-time-ish job. I say it's part-time, it was full-time, but I worked for my parents, so they basically paid me fuck all. Yeah, let's stop talking about computers. Mrs. Sick is falling asleep. Should talk about movies again.
I'm not sleeping, I'm zoning out.
Okay, same difference. What's the next film we should watch?
Goodfellas, apparently.
I know you've just finished watching Lost.
Yeah, I actually finally watched the last few seasons of it.
Yeah.
Because before I only watched till like season 3.
Well, I would walk in and watch you watching it sometimes, and it just looked like fucking Walking Dead most of the time.
Yeah, it's very similar.
That's not what I expected.
It's a survival-y thing.
Oh,
so
we're
it's
fucking human politics. This is so much more interesting than zombies. Or fucking weird puzzles and shit like that. I don't know. To me, it looks like I would have lost interest.
I've already moved on to a new one now anyway.
Oh yeah.
Hunters.
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 Sorry, Hunters. No H. There are no H's in the world of Yorkshire. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me again. So I have a cut on my thumb and I just spilled whiskey into it. That hurts quite a lot.
At least it'll clean it.
I was going to say, at least it's clean. Someone's asking you to say the G word. And we don't say that word without that sweet dollar. No, the other one. It's that, to be honest. Apart from
I've been told I should watch Jacob's Ladder.
What the hell is that?
I've also I've watched a bit of Fringe and I can't really get into it.
Fringe thinks it's better than it is.
Yeah.
Thinks it's way better than it is.
Like, my mum was really into Warehouse 13. And she's like, oh, it's a really unique concept. You should watch this. And I'm like,
I've seen 17 different shows with this exact same concept.
And it's not like...
Unless...
With TV shows, I tend to like it when there's an ongoing story throughout every episode. I don't like it when there's like a really good cliffhanger episode and then they're just like 6 episodes of fucking filler. And you're like, oh, just get on with it. I fucking hate waiting for a story. It's annoying.
Oh. The 8GB model of the Raspberry Pi 4 is sold out. There's an 8GB model? I thought it went 1, 2 and 4. Jesus Christ. But yeah. here's a show that I always hear about, sort of vaguely, and I remember watching as a kid, but I remember almost nothing about it. Was Sliders. Is that one you've ever heard about?
I've heard the name, but I don't know
It was.
anything about
It was this thing. Someone's paid.
Gravy.
um, it was this. It was about. There was these portals. I can't remember much about it, but for like episode to episode, they would go through a portal and arrive somewhere new, and it was reminiscent of.
Well, I'm glad it was worthwhile, Mr. Itchy. It's his first super chat.
Excellent. Oh God. It was reminiscent of Quantum Leap. To me, at least at the time, as my idiot child brain can remember.
I've never
it.
seen Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap is so good.
I want to watch Twin Peaks as well because that's fucking weird.
Yeah, Twin Peaks is something that I've been meaning to watch. Oh, okay. So I just thought that was a mistake. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, Stargate. Oh.
Stargate is so good until Jack starts wandering around in his pajamas because he's not in the team anymore, and then it's not as good.
Yeah.
It's so much better with Jack in it. MacGyver is who that plays. I didn't know that for so long. To me, I didn't really understand how he was the executive producer on most of it until I found out that he was MacGyver, and that's how he got himself rich and respected. But yeah, he's always.
Twin Peaks isn't about boobies. I'm disappointed.
I mean, there are boobies in it. I'm not sure if there are any nips, but I'm sure there's a thing. Oh my God. My car has a 3B as a head unit with the screen maps and navigation. Hell yes. Twin Peaks, yeah, it can't, as far as I'm aware, it kind of was weird, just to be weird. It was artsy-fartsy, but that can be enough. Being weird, like, there's not enough stuff that's popular and really, really strange.
I like a surreal mystery.
Yeah.
I like that type of thing. Like, Lost started off like that. But then everything started making sense, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, this is fucking boring now. As soon as you explain the mystery, you done fucked up. Like, unless the payoff for the mystery is super goddamn satisfying, you're almost always better off not revealing it. Just, most people aren't creative enough to meet the expectations of fans. Because, you know, there's one you.
I think that's just everybody, though.
Mm.
You can't win everybody.
Some people think that the one of the reasons, I know it's going to come back to Star Wars again, but one of the reasons that the second of the new Star Wars films was so stupid and kind of shit was because they were trying to just completely go away from every single popular fan theory, which, if that's true, that is the stupidest reason to do anything ever. If people got something right that you were thinking of doing, don't just do something else if it's a good idea, if it makes sense and makes for a good story. No one minds finding out that they were right about something. People do mind if it's stupid and shit. Dexter was really good
I really like
until
Dexter.
I got bored of it.
I like Dexter, but after a while, you stop caring. You're like, oh, just turn yourself in. I don't care anymore.
Yeah. That's one of the things.
I actually think I watched all of Dexter, but I can barely remember any of the later episodes of it.
Like, I think that there's a really important trick that a lot of shows miss out on.
Dark Matter, that rings a bell as well.
Yeah. I don't know if I've watched that, but it certainly sounds familiar. But Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was good, and it ended early enough that it was hadn't outstayed its welcome. And I think more shows should be confident enough in themselves. Like, you light-hearted comedy stuff, if you can still write good jokes about what's going on, that's fine.
They call them limited series now. Limited series that I watched ages ago. It was called Jekyll and Hyde.
Ah.
It had...
Oh, that Irish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that being really good.
James Nesbitt.
James Nesbitt.
Yeah, and that was really good, and it was limited, and I wanted more episodes after it ended, and I was like, actually, I'm quite happy the way it ended.
If you end well, leave people wanting more.
Yeah, leave you wanting more is quite a good way of doing it.
And then they'll just buy the box set forever as you keep re-releasing it. That's how you fucking nail it. But, you know, I'm not a business executive. I'm not there to milk money out of art until it fucking is a dried up husk. Although saying that, I do really like Assassin's Creed. So,
BIOS battery, did you remember to pull the plastic out of it?
Well, to be fair, if someone doesn't pull the plastic out of the BIOS battery, it shouldn't matter. Because it should still boot.
Oh God, Dexter's sister, no. She pissed me off.
Yeah.
What is it though, right? There's always a female character in all these dramas who is just a stubborn cunt, right? And it's blatantly obvious the things that you need to do, but they're still so fucking selfish and self-absorbed that they get so invested in themselves, and then everything falls to shit, and they're going, "Oh, why did this happen to me?" Because you're a dick.
I think that those characters
There's always a fucking character like that.
They're written trying to make, like, a character who's a strong woman and end up just writing an asshole who's a woman. And that's about it. It's like, no. Like, just write a good female character for the love of Christ.
Orphan Black was pretty good. I liked that one.
You want weird? Watch Funky Forest. I promise you'll love it.
Just by the name of it, I want to watch it.
Something that I keep meaning to fucking watch is it's God, something or other sing-along blog. It's like Dr. Nasty's. It's something like that, and
why are you looking at me? I don't know.
It's got it's about a supervillain who's trying to do something. I can't remember what, but the villain of it is a superhero called the Hammer, who constantly tells you how the hammer is actually his penis. The hammer is my penis. It's and the bad guy is
no idea what that is.
The bad guy is the fucking.
I keep saying fucking a lot.
Fucking. Oh no, Darth Marenghi's Dark Place. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. We watched a couple of those.
I don't remember.
The one with fucking Moss. And who's playing like the leader of a hospital. He goes, "God damn it, I'm mad." Don't you remember? Oh my god, I'll show you that again. You'll piss your pants. It's so funny. It's just like really bad acting.
Xena was really good.
Oh man, I love Xena.
And she's fit.
Oh, Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She was one of my first female crushes.
I said it before and I say it again. One of the best Simpsons joke ever is Lucy Lawless is dressed as Xena, picks up Lisa and then flies off. And then Lisa goes, "But Xena couldn't fly." She goes, "For the last time, I'm not Xena. I'm Lucy Lawless." It's like, oh, okay.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've seen that advertised.
Neil Patrick Harris. Can't remember the name. Yeah, it's Dr. Nasty's or something like that. Sing-along blog. Dark Place, yeah, it's super weird, but it's also really, really stupid. Yes, Moss from the It Crowd. It's fucking great. It's really, really stupid. It's got a lot of it's basically it's a mockumentary.
Oh, I know what it is. That one is really subtle humour in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The premise is that you're watching sort of a retrospective of these guys talking about the show that they made in the sort of 80s and 90s. And they're going, yeah, when we made art, we were breaking boundaries and shit like that. And it's just the worst fucking show ever. They show you clips from the show, and like they'll go through an episode, and then they'll make commentary on it. And one of the sort of background jokes is that the female actress isn't in the commentary section, and the joke is that they've probably killed her. But they never explicitly admit to it. And it's just shit like that. It's really fucking good. That's kind of a spoiler, but it kind of isn't. It's so stupid. And I think there's either half a dozen or a dozen episodes. There's enough that it's
Ash
just worth.
versus the Other Day. We haven't finished all of those yet. We've still got some episodes.
We have not. That's really, really good. Oh man. But yeah, if you like the It Crowd and the character of Moss, imagine Moss with more confidence and less capability, and that's the character he plays in Dark Place, and it's fantastic. Team Skeptic turned up. Oh, there he is. Alright, mate, how you doing? I have very bad vision. I have to squint to see all the fucking messages. Epithet Erased is an awesome plot and style and everything, but I massively messed up thing is the character designate or design. What is that? Is it an anime or something? Or just like... I'm assuming it's some kind of animation of some description. Watch Epithet Erase and watch your mind go, what the brain dying at the character design. Spinal Tap, yes.
The character designs aren't that bad.
Yes, we've seen Spinal Tap.
I've seen worse fucking designs than this.
This is Spinal Tap. Okay, they're just very, very cutesy cartoons.
Yeah, I've seen worse anime designs than that.
Yeah, that's not anime. That's
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
That's Western.
It's
cutesy.
animation. It's anime.
Oh no! Don't. Do that. I like the Witcher series. Some people hate it. We liked it. Toss a coin, etc. Sorry, just got here. I'm used to spending my hour here. You got to waste your hours here. It's the only place to be. Anyway, A Mighty Wind, is that a show that I've not heard of? Did you just send me something, or did someone else send me something?
A Mighty Wind? That's you.
Oh yeah, I am the Mighty Wind. Blow the covers off the bed. Especially when I'm having a particularly farty night. It's when it's the little ones that really stink, and it's just like, oh, I'm offended. I'm offended for you, babes. I mean, it doesn't smell as bad to me, but I'm still offended for you. Oh. The dogs are going super mad here. That's either a TV show or shit's about to get fucked up in your area. Maybe a storm. Yeah. The Witcher, yeah. Like, the thing about The Witcher that always gets me is the guy who wrote them and how... I mean, he has a right to be a certain amount of arrogant, but it's just kind of stupid arrogant. I think he's sort of starting to learn that the fucking games have done him a huge favour in terms of his popularity. But he genuinely thinks that a company like CD Projekt Red, who were just very capable and just needed something, that his books are what made them popular, and I genuinely believe they would have gone somewhere, regardless of what. They'd have gotten a deal with a brand, and they would have made some fucking great games, and those brands would either have already been big, or they'd have made them big. And he was lucky enough to have them, not the other way around. I don't... Not saying that Witcher's not fucking great, it is. But...
Jesus Christ, Jordan, we get it. You don't like the art style. It's fine. You're allowed to not like things.
Other people are allowed to like them. Someone was mad at your pictures from your video.
Like I don't proclaim myself to be the greatest artist ever. Most of my art is really fucking wank, and it's very rare that I even like anything that I draw.
Mm.
And yeah, and it's beyond me where people go out of their way to make a big show and dance about how much they hate a piece of artwork. And then it's always belittling it by saying it looks like children have drawn it. And I was like, yeah, I have children. They don't draw like that. And
Yeah.
I've got plenty of artwork from when I was a kid, and I don't draw like that anymore. It stops saying they draw like children, because they don't. Just because you don't like a fucking art style.
I never said I did not like it. Owned, Mrs. Sick. You got owned. You're a dumbass. You should feel bad. I said it was weird. I never said I don't like it.
You just ridiculed it. You said about, it looks like it's drawn like something on a stick. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess you can criticise things and like things at the same time.
Actually, generally speaking, people criticise the things they like the most.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I like myself apparently, because I'm constantly... That can't be right. It must just be a familiarity thing.
No. There's criticising something all the time, and then there's liking it.
To be fair, if you had a giant fucking squid that lived in your house and kept eating all your food that you hated, you would have plenty of bad things to say about it and not like it at all, because the motherfucker just keeps eating your food and dribbling ink into your carpet. Cat! I know you have ideas about the paper bags and how you should be inside the paper bags, and then you should do little fucking... Oh my god, you're such a twat! Cat! Away! It's like she...
Spider! Oh no.
She gives you this look. She tries to get in a bag, and then you tell her not to, and then she gives you this look like, I ain't done nothing. And then she'll try again, and it's like, oh, you're such a twat. About to start work. See you later. I'll don't say goodbye to me though, you fucking prick. Take my car, dude. Gotta run. But we'll be listening while I drive. Take care, my man. Don't crash. Like, try not to. So, yeah.
Ha ha ha. Cats do cat things.
She has seemed to figure out that she can drive us completely crazy by sprinting up and down, up and down, up and down until we do the thing she wants, which is usually food. It's either food or it's water. Occasionally it's hugs.
Yeah.
Occasionally it's super hard headbutts. This motherfucker can make me dazed. She will like dun 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 boof and just fucking nut me. And you're so jealous of that.
She never headbutts me.
You've had about maybe a dozen headbutts in your time.
In like 10 years.
I can get them pretty much daily. Hey baby, do you look like a brot? Yes? Ik habe brot? She's like, what the fuck does he want from me? But I do love him. Apparently when I leave the room, she stares at the door until I get back. No, I'm not getting
a dog. Dogs stink.
I want a dog. Aren't there non-smelly dogs though?
You can, but they're like pure breeds, and I don't like pure breeds.
Yeah, but then what if it's already been made? And then we get to have a dog that doesn't smell.
I don't like pure breeds. I'm not encouraging
What if we kill the owners and so they can never do it again?
You just really want a dog.
I do. I like dogs. I like dogs and cats. My ultimate dream is to have a dog and a cat who are best mates and they go off solving crimes. What?
Is that a bit like Sam and Max if Max was a cat?
I guess. Well, I mean, Max is... I don't know. I know he's supposedly a bunny, but what is he really? Like, because the things they do... Like, they stuff him in a fucking cannon and fire him across a lake or something like that. Sam and Max is fucking great. Oh my god. Mm.
Oh no, I'm not saying they don't ever stink.
Oh, this cat fucking does. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, like...
Dogs always stink.
When she walks in the room, she doesn't immediately start stinking the entire room up. Like, Six Mum came over with their dog.
Yeah, they got
And
a Jack
he came
Russell.
in, and within 30 seconds, the entire room stank a dog. And it's just like, no.
And then the smell of dog doesn't go away for about a week.
Yeah.
And you don't really get used to the smell of it either. Yeah, he's a good boy. I like my mum's dog. More than my mum.
Cats are literally smooth brain.
That doesn't surprise me.
Just look at that look she's giving you there, like, dick.
Yeah, my mum's dog is one of those ones who loves a cuddle, like, properly. But when he sits on you, he just makes this fucking noise. Like, I don't know if there's something wrong with him or what, but he just constantly goes...
Fine that, yes, cats do stink, dogs do stink. I'm just saying, I prefer cat stink to dog stink. Because I don't smell cats. Yeah, obviously I smell her when she's had a frigging shite. Jesus Christ.
Oh, she's got the smelliest fucking shits in the universe, and that's coming from me.
I have no idea, look, so we just feed her the same food all the time.
Yeah. She's got fucking high quality goddamn I Am's cat food, which costs a fucking fortune. I spend more on the fucking cat food than I do on the kids. Mostly just to stop her fucking stinking. Fuck me, that stuff makes her fur nice though.
Oh yeah, fur's really soft.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you just rub her against your face and it's like, there we go. She is an excellent towel.
She's giving me a look there. What do you want?
We need to get another Zoom groom, and if you don't know what a Zoom groom is and you have a pet, get a Zoom groom. It's this rubber thing. It's usually shaped like a cat. I think you can get a dog one that's shaped like a dog, but it doesn't really matter. They're both the same thing. But it just sort of electrostatically pulls up the fur. It's this huge, like, it's like a brushy comb thing, and it's all far apart, but it eats up the fur. And you do that on them every day while they're molting, and it does get rid of all the fluff.
Hi.
But, oh yeah. A trick for anybody with, like, dark carpets and pets that Mrs. Sick found out the other day is a life hack that works. Because, let's be fair, most life hacks are bollocks.
If you have a dark rug, or a dark carpet, or dark furniture, and your pet is light-furred...
And you have access...
You can use a flip-flop.
A flip-flop or a sandal, and you basically just drag it across the surface repeatedly, and it pulls up the hair into big chunks. But you compile together, and it works really, really well.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The last trick that we tried was if you use a latex glove.
Boy cats stink. Yes, definitely. Yes. Boy cats, yeah. When you say
I would never have a boy cat.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking crazy. Tomcats are disgusting creatures. They're like teenagers of cats. They fucking stank. Like, girl cats stink a lot less. Although, if they're not neutered, they are hilarious. I still... Like, we had to get her neutered because basically she was an inside cat and it was just driving her nuts. It was for... It was, like, genuinely for her own good. We weren't having her getting pregnant. And she was an inside cat. When the cat was in heat, I felt so sorry for her, and it was also fucking hilarious.
It was really adorable, but she was really fucking frustrated.
She would put her body out, and then her bum just slightly in the air, and her back feet just stamping over and over again. You could tell she was absolutely gagging for it. Never seen a hornier creature in my life. It was so funny. She was so into me at those times. And she must have been so, like, why aren't you banging me? Need cock. Yeah, she's been a lot fucking happier since then. As kind of fucked up as that is. But yeah. It's cats within cats. Yes, that's what pregnancy is. Pregnant people are just people within people. If I see Grand Canyon Condor again, I will catch him because technically he does not exist anymore. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. If it's 20% chance of rain, my dogs get 100% wet. Yeah. And 100% muddy. That's the thing I really like the idea of a dog, but then I remember that I am the only responsible humans in this house, so I will be the one walking it. Let's be fair, I'm not stupid. I've taught my dog not to be afraid of the vacuum. The fool! And she then put his snoot in the sucky boy. If you're worried about your cat being in heat, I have a solution that doesn't get her pregnant. I don't want to know because I just realised who said that. I can vacuum my dog, lol. I bet you they give you this vague look of disappointment every time you do it, like, ugh, again. One of my favourite fucking shit inventions is it's like a clipper that you attach, a set of clippers that you attach to a hoover, and you just like hoover someone's head, and then they get like a perfect fucking bowl cut. Oh man, I love stupid shit like that, and that's just what that reminded me of. Get a Chihuahua, cat-sized dog. Do they stink though?
No, Chihuahuas can be quite vicious.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Pomeranians are fucking horrible.
To be honest,
every Pomeranian that I've met is an asshole.
I'll bet that every Pomeranian you've ever met is owned by someone who doesn't know how to look after a dog.
Well, it's usually old people.
Is it?
It's the ones that I've met anyway. The Pomeranians are owned by old people. And they just carry them around everywhere. And they're fine with the old person, but anyone else who comes near.
Yeah. Well, that's a poorly trained dog. That's a story that I think I've told on here before, but one of the things with dogs is that if they get ideas that they are the alpha in a group, then they are going to be cunts. And that's the only way I can put it. One of my exes, we looked after her dad's dog, and he was a bad dog owner. And his dog used to basically try and bully everyone in the house until I started staying there regularly. And the dog tried to bite me in the face. That is a bad moment. So I grabbed the collar, put the dog down to the floor, and barked at it. And basically, the dog then behaved. Because I was now the alpha. It's really simple, doesn't hurt the dog, and they need to know their place. If they think that they're on top, they're going to act like it, and it's not good. That dog was very, very, very badly behaved. And it's like some people go on about fucking mounting them and shit like that. You don't need to do that.
Why would you mount it? That's fucking weird.
Because it's like apparently what they do in the wild, and that shit is fucking just weird. It's like genuinely weird. But yeah, if a dog bites you in the face, this is a house that had children in it, mind you. That needed to be nipped in the bud, and it's a very simple. It is what is suggested in dog psychology things. So. But if your dog's just good, don't do that shit. You're just being a twat. Right, it's 10. I don't know. Should we finish or should we carry on?
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Do you hate him? Or do you like him? You want to chat more shit? Alright. She made a disgusted face. Wet mouthed. I hate them all. None of them paid me.
Because I've seen this.
Okay. I thought you were talking about them.
No, there's like creepy crawlies that look like leaves.
The leaf bugs.
Leaf insects.
Absolute buzzard. Never get physical. Well, the dog didn't bite me anymore. It bit me in the face. Like, literally bit my face. So, I heard biting their ear does the same, but that might just get my face bitten. Only teaches them that's on the table and destroys trust. I mean, dogs are physical creatures. I don't know. I did it once, and they never did it again, and I never had to do it again. I read it in a book, and it worked. And the dog had attacked me, so I had to do something. Like I said, in a house with children. And this was a dog that was already attacking people, including the biggest person in the house. I mean, I was bigger than her dad. There is a difference between constantly hitting a dog and pinning. Like, it's sort of a case of wrestling. Like, there's hitting dogs, and I don't fucking agree with that at all. But there is dogs play fight, and what I did was essentially akin to that. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, but at the end of the day, the dog was then good for the rest of its stay for a whole week. And it had been around a few times and had nipped and bitten and nearly hurt the kid several times. And then it stopped when it bit me. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are other ways, and I was young when I did that. I was 21, so I mean, if there's better ways of doing it, I'm all for that. I like with cats, the way you deal with them when they're nuts is completely different. Mostly about blinking, but animal psychology is one of those things. I bet the dog was just testing or tasting. I imagine I'm delicious. Question from a new cat owner to an experienced one. MSG or no MSG, asking for a friend. I don't understand the question. I'll be honest. I know vaguely what it's monosodium glutamate, but I don't know what you're asking. Like, are you talking about how to prepare one for a good meal? Because I just boil my cats alive. Tasting says sick. Yes. I mean, to be honest, at the time I didn't wear the helmet, so that was my first mistake. I hit my dogs when we play pushing and shoving kind of stuff. And like, that's the thing with play fight. Like, I play fight with the kids, and I punch them. I don't punch them, but like slow motion. Ooh.
You rest your fist on their stomach.
And that's the kind of stuff that I do with dogs. A little bit rougher with those because they're fucking dogs and they love it. And I really want a dog. I really want to play fight with a dog. But that's some of the stuff. That's some of the stuff.
What? Cats are not vegan or vegetarian. They're carnivores.
They're not. They're obligate carnivores. They have to have meat products in their diet because there's things that they can't get otherwise.
Yeah, it's nutrients.
Obligate carnivores. You definitely shouldn't, unless you're eating the cat. When a corn-fed cat is delicious. I've no idea. As far as I'm aware, cats will eat you. Dogs will nip at you out of frustration that you're dead. Out of sadness and frustration. They'll bite at you.
Cats feel bad that you're dead, but
hungry.
But they get hungry and don't think they do because it's an instinct.
Yeah, it's an instinct to eat. Oh, that's the really fucked up. The one with the old lady.
Because the way that cats and dogs are, because dogs are a lot more domesticated than cats. Cats still have a hunter's instinct a lot more than dogs.
Dogs will carefully prepare and cook your dead body in a loving way. Cats will eat you raw.
But yeah, cats don't care. If a cat gets hungry and it's starting to starve, it will eat you.
Yeah.
Whereas dogs will try their best not to eat you.
As far as I'm aware, their first bites will be bites of frustration, though. That's what they say. I don't know who found that out.
But
I just watched this. I killed a dog's owner and then I watched.
Dogs are a lot more domesticated, so they're a lot more loyal.
Cats are definitely not vegan. That's why I'm banned from a different Discord server. Are you just banned from all of Discord? Is my Discord the only place you haven't been banned from, or were you banned from that because you were that one dickhead?
We don't collect the stray cats.
Because there's only one person who's been banned from my Discord for being an absolute knob.
We don't collect the stray cats. We hunt them. Free range cats.
Look, I set up the big magnets. The cats appeared. And, you know, I don't know why all these stray cats always have collars that say Mittens or Drake or Cutie. I don't know, I was trying to think of a dragon name. But now I'm just thinking of Drake, the artist. Quote unquote. The white cat I grew up with just play with your dead body until it's done playing and then throw you into the pool. Is that if you're a mouse? I do like when I think of white cats, I always imagine those really, 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 really fluffy ones. Because those ones are always really, really, really. Actually, her mum was really fluffy, wasn't she?
Yeah, Tiger Lily.
That was
Tiger Lily was a fluffy cat.
She was gorgeous.
Why are you staring at me like that? She wants to kill me. Yeah, that's pretty much how she's staring at me.
That's usually how I look at you when you're looking away.
Right, okay.
I mean, who wouldn't want to kill that Faith?
Thanks.
That's a Faith even a mother could kill.
Oh my
god. Jesus Christ. You know, when a big burp sneaks up on you, you're going to say no, aren't you? I've never burped in my life. I'm a lady. I have no testicles.
But I do.
You have testicles?
Yes, look.
Oh, fucking hell. Fucking this one, right? Is some name and shame. I was working the other day. And
I just remembered.
I could hear Mrs. Sick was doing teacherizing and edumacation, and then the first time, one of them, what did they have on their head first time? It was fairly mundane. Bum.
I was teaching them body parts and bones and
So you'd written out a bunch of.
So I've written out probably 60 post-it notes, and they put them around to build a body, or on the carpet, and
I was going to say deep burp.
And one of the words was bum, so I sent one of the kids in with it on her forehead, so she's a bumhead.
But then one of them came in, I turned around, and I saw testicles written on my child's chin.
I said, here, put this on your chin and go show Daddy.
I was like, for fuck's sake. That was offensive. It was funny, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not ashamed, that was well funny.
And now we have a pile of post-it notes and the top one says testicles. And I want it to stay there until Corona thing is over and someone comes round and notices that we have a pile of post-it notes with the top one that just says testicles. And then they'll ask why, and at that moment I will make something up.
At least they know body parts now.
A one-breasted dwarf with testicles. Why are you mentioning Mrs. Sick? You're not one-breasted or a dwarf. You are very short.
My boobs are pretty big. They're practically one.
A super boob.
Super boob.
Uba boob. Uboob. That cat used to catch hummingbirds and play with them for hours and then decapitate them and leave them like a toddler breaking a toy when it was done.
Yeah, my sister's cats do that. They
Oh.
usually she can tell which of her cats is brought something in the house
By how it died.
If it's dead and being eaten, it's her big one.
Yeah.
And if it's still alive, it's her little one.
I used to have a cat. I say I used to have a cat. My parents had a cat and I lived in their house. Much like the cat. It was a ginger cat called Bluey because my parents lived in Australia for a long time. And they thought that was funny because they think they're funny. But he was a big old cat. And he used to sit out in the garden like a statue. It was perfectly still for hours
and hours. Do you realise how many times you've told this story on?
It's a good story and people, they switch round.
You've told this like multiple times on
Yeah,
stream.
I've told you more times than ever and that's why you think it's infinite times.
You've told me way more many times than that as well.
Yeah, anyway, shut up. He used to sit there like a statue and birds and fucking shit would get closer and closer and ignore him and then bang, he'd fucking kill the shit out of them like a boss and then wander off. Like, Jesus Christ. Cats are brutal. Like, at least with dogs they bark at things so things go, oh fucking hell, there's a dog coming. Oh. Like that, the dog I mentioned earlier, she ran off after a cat when I took her for a walk. And I thought she'd just fucking gone. Very disappointed. She ended up just coming straight home.
Better than what happened to me.
Didn't you get dragged?
German Shepherd
get
dog.
Get
dragged. German Shepherd dog, really big one.
This is why we're never going to get a big dog.
He was an asshole, and my mum put him in training, and he just could not be trained at all. He was a really difficult dog.
Yeah.
And he would chase after other dogs and cats, and one time there was a cat while I was walking him, and he bolted, and because he's a big dog, I wrapped my hand around the leash.
Yeah.
So I tucked it round so I can hold him onto better because he's a big dog. And yeah, he dragged me up the road and my thigh was massively grazed and I had like most of my thigh was bleeding because he dragged me all the way up to the top before I managed to let go because I realised he's not going to stop.
Yeah. Lol.
Yeah.
That's what you get for being a child.
I've had bad experiences with dogs. Like another dog, I had another dog when I was playing in the park with my sister, and this huge fucking mastiff dog thing, massive big white fluffy dog, jumped on my back and tried to bite my neck. But I was wearing a big woolly coat because it had a big woolly hood.
It's trying to save you.
And it was biting.
That coat's trying to kill you.
And,
I'll save you.
And the coat had a massive fucking hole and it was shredded.
Mm.
But the hood saved my fucking neck.
Or the dog saved you from the coat. I like to think that the dog saved you from the coat and you're just an ungrateful bastard.
And this is why I like cats.
Because they're too small to do that shit.
Yeah.
But you like big cats and a big cat would eat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't own one. Just because I like it doesn't mean I want one in the house.
If someone came along and said, I have this big cat and this, like, I don't know. Ocelots are pretty big, aren't they?
Reasonably, yeah.
They're bigger than a house cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone brought one of them along, you'd be like, oh, well, I guess we can't. Oh. Although then again, we have the kids now, you'd probably be more sensible. If we didn't have the kids, you'd have a fucking ocelot in a heartbeat. I know it. Oh.
Like people like Bengal cats. Now the colouring on Bengal cats is really pretty.
They're gorgeous.
Gorgeous, nice colour on the cats, but
I imagine they're arseholes when they want to
they're
be.
like children.
And don't they climb buildings and shit?
They're like toddlers. They're literally like toddlers.
Yeah.
They play with everything. They get they pull everything out. They just leave it everywhere. They yowl and they cry.
I like the and they're not parrots. They're like a kind of parrot. The white ones. With the
Sursik is correct. Oh, that dog was trying to breed with a big dog.
Probably. No, what was the fuck? What?
Cat cats have so many eyes. Maybe you need glasses.
Yeah, I don't even know how to.
Oh God! Imagine a cat that had spider eyes. Ugh.
Spider cat, spider
No,
cat.
not the legs
Look at
wrong.
all the eyes.
Just
Spider cat.
like a lot of
Many
fucking
legs, 12 tails. Why the fuck? Spider cat. Now there's a fucking, it's like a parrot but it's not, and it's white. And it can do the talking stuff, but they act like children.
You mean a cockatiel?
Yeah, those ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like there's the videos where the owners pile up those toys and it will walk in the room, look at them, look really offended, and then go and knock them down. And then eventually we'll just start picking them up and screaming into them. Ah! Probably because it likes the noise.
Well, I think parrots and cockatiels and stuff like that, they're supposed to have the intelligence of a 4-year-old or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which means they're thick as fuck.
Cockatoo. Cock or two.
Spiders can swing on an electric current. Is that a true fact? That sounds like it's made up. Only cat I've ever had was because the dog we adopted had previously rescued said cat as a kitten during a hurricane, and they were inseparable until the dog eventually had to be put down. Why would you make that such a sad story? God damn it. That's really cute until it wasn't. You guys don't care for an animal. I mean, I don't care for this animal. She just gives us disdain and hatred, and then we feed her, and then she shouts at me and headbutts me.
I really want the headbutts. She never headbutts.
There are 29 species of spiders with wings.
Yes, I know.
Fun fact that you hate.
It's like as a kid, and because I'm terrified of spiders, I went, oh, well, at least spiders are just land animals, and they're not everywhere else.
They're
and
not
then
in the sky.
Then I found out that some spiders have wings. Some spiders, there's
Can walk on water.
There's ones that are in the water, and
they're in the water. They're on the water. They're in the skies. They're in space.
And
they're on the sun. Sun spiders. They're the worst.
Just wrong. And then despite the fact that this country is friggin' terrible for getting sunlight, I'm so glad I live here because there's barely anything dangerous.
That's the thing about you. You need sunlight in order to function as a humans, but you also really, 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 really hate spiders.
Uh-huh.
Like, to a bigger degree than... I think you'd rather be depressed than surrounded by spiders.
Well, I'm used to being depressed.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd ever...
I'm not used to being around spiders.
Shall we get a spider, just so you can get used to it, and then you can move to a big country where there's less spiders?
I tolerate them.
So we get a big one called Jeremy.
I tolerate them.
Or Spoon Man.
There was one in the kids' room, and they're like, "Mommy, look!"
Yeah.
And they're like, it went, "Oh, it'd be good. It'll catch the flies." And I'm like, "Oh, great!" I went, "Just give it a name." And they gave it a name called. I think they called it Tom. Tom the spider.
At least it wasn't Mr. Skinny Legs.
And she told me this morning. She said, "Oh, Tom's gone. He went walking somewhere."
Yeah, probably in our room, and then promptly died because I spotted him before Mrs. Sick Dad. That's the funny thing. Like, she'll hear me say something, and she'll think I said spider. I don't say spider when I see spider. I just get up, I walk over, like I'll be mid-sentence, and I'll just stop. And you never get it. I think your brain has sort of, like, tuned to not get that, because it knows that if you know I'm going for a spider, you're going to freak out.
Well, yeah.
So I get up and I just walk over to the spider, and depending on if I have something to hand, I'll either squish it with a fucking piece of towel, or I'll get it in some paper, or I'll just punch it if needs be, like just smack it with my hand. Which is not my favourite way of doing it. No spiders have wings. All the spiders have wings. They're just invisible.
I've offered to the girls the name Boris, and they told me that's a boring name. So
what's wrong with Boris?
Yeah,
How is that a boring name?
I said that you should call the spider Boris, and they just
Spider Boris.
And I started singing the song to them, and they just looked at me blankly and said, "Boris is a boring name."
So we need new kids. They don't like Boris. Boris is a great name.
Boris the spider.
Boris the spider. He take you and
What the fuck is with the accent? It's not.
Boris is a Russian name. Boris. I am Boris the spider. We have very poor nation. I break spider leg. I cannot feed spider family. That's a fucking.
I was thinking more like the Boris the Spider from The Who.
I don't know that song.
You haven't lived.
I haven't.
Then again, me and my dad bonded over old music, so.
I like my song. Boris the spider. He has a bad accent.
I'll see if I can remember. Look who's climbing up the wall. Teeny tiny, very small. I can't remember.
Boris.
Boris.
Spider sick. Everyone praise Spider sick.
Get there. Look who's crawling up my wall. Clawing is a better word. Black and hairy, very small. Now he's up above my head, hanging by a little thread. Boris the spider. Now he's dropped on the floor, heading for the bedroom door. Maybe he's as scared as me. Where's he gone now? I can't see. And then it just goes creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my dad shut because I was scared of spiders for ever since I was little, and he thought the song with it being funny would help me get over my fear of spiders.
Instead, you just looked at spiders and heard creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly. The best thing a spider can ever do is walk over the page of an open book, because it's the loudest sound in the fucking universe at night. And then you know how fast they're moving as well towards you, get you. This is a story I've definitely told on stream. The scariest encounter I ever had with a spider was waking up when I was about 9. And it's just a spider running directly towards me across the covers. And I just bundled up my entire cover and punched it. It scared the fucking shit out of me.
The worst one I had was I was dreaming of spiders.
As you do.
And I woke up, but my eyes were still closed. And I went, oh God, thank God it was a dream. Open my eyes, and there was a fucking spider right in front of me. One of the big hairy ones, the big black ones.
Oh, a house spider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my bed was on a platform because I had like a bookshelf underneath it.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I fell off that.
Lol. Did it not have barriers, or did you
No,
climb over
I
it?
was like 14, so why would I have barriers on when I was 14?
So that you don't fall off?
No, I didn't have barriers on it.
Yeah,
My mum made it.
It was a raised bed. It should
My
have fucking...
my mum...
That's why I didn't have barriers. Your mum was trying to kill you.
Oh, she has this, I don't know, ever since I was a kid, she had this thing about having raised beds, because all our beds were always high up. And they always, and then they had like wardrobes and stuff underneath it, like storage underneath it.
She's like, fingers crossed, tonight's the night. She falls off directly on her head. Down one child. Yay. Who likes whose accent? And why? You still on here? Hell yeah. They like your accent. Mum, 14? I'm starting to think that Nuck Choris has just lost it at this point.
Yeah, let's leave him to it.
The Grand Canyon pink rattlesnake is the exact same colour as the ground. Motherfucker. Is it the same colour as the Grand Canyon? Because I'm pretty sure the Grand Canyon isn't pink. At least last I checked. I could be wrong.
Pink and orange can be quite similar.
I do feel like it's the same colour as the ground.
No, like magenta.
Oh, that just makes me think of the what is it? I can't remember the name of the guy, but he used to make...
Did you know Peppa Pig was 9 foot tall?
What was the thing before TikTok? Vine.
Oh yeah, Vines. Yeah.
He used to make comedy vines, and they were really good. And he would like go story time, and then walk up behind someone and like there was the couple having dinner, and he's like, "Little did you know he was about to propose," and he's like, "No, I'm fucking not. What?" And she gets this like, and then he just wanders off. But my favourite is like, he walks up behind this old colour and he's like, "Little did they know there was a snake," but he missed it.
You didn't need to shout, Jesus Christ.
That's how it goes, though. And I did hold my snake in. That sounded like it was sexual. Did the cat just do a flip?
Yes, because she's been a dick again.
Flip cat.
She's chasing
But
the
yes,
tail.
I held the snake in. Okay. I do enjoy that when it's really late at night and you're like, "Stop shouting," and I'm like, "I'm talking as quietly as I physically can."
No, you need to whisper.
I have a minimum volume, like even when I whisper.
That's fine, you can do that.
Yeah, but whispering is really fucking hard work.
Yeah, it's strange you, but that's what you
Yeah,
get
it's
for being so
strange you.
fucking loud.
Yeah, it's strange. I should change, not you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such an arsehole. I don't know why I love you. Probably from all the bum sex. It's close to pinkish orange. Oof. Are you alright, lady? Do you want to finish? We can finish. Even if it's not on the hour.
Please don't call me lady.
Bitch face.
Fucking hate being called lady. Oh, young lady. And I just completely ignore people.
What?
When I was out, I was in Tesco, and there was this woman, and I had my headphones on, but I could hear her. And she was, young lady, and I was like, "Oh, I'm ignoring you. Call me a fucking lady."
How dare you not know of my secret fucking
she-
rules?
She touched me on the shoulder. She wanted me to reach something on the hot top shelf. And
What?
I know. The fact is, right, she was taller than me.
But she was old.
She was old, but she was taller than me.
Yeah, but you could have jumped. That's what she was expecting you to do. She was expecting you... Cat! I will eat you. I will add you to the pile of strays. And I will consume thy flesh. I am not joking. Although you don't have a metallic collar. Because your collar is like a really overpriced flea collar. Because you always get fucking... Ah! Get out of that bag! Oh my god, she's been such a brat. Classic bratty catty. Cut it out. Don't look at me like that. No, don't look at me like that. You give me... Like, what am I doing? The kids are starting to do that. I don't need 3 of you. Plus mummy. You give me that look like... Surrounded by people who disrespect me all the time. My god. Yeah? I say yeah, and she just wanders off. Hello Kitty is a girl in a cat suit, and all her family and friends wear animal suits to appease her delusion that she's a cat. Oh my god. Why? I mean, I'm not even into Hello Kitty, but you've just ruined it for me. If Mrs. Sick tell us to not call her lady, call her dude. I do call her dude. Especially when she does something fucked up. I'm like, dude! You kidding me? When you do a really smelly fart. Because when you do one that competes with mine.
I rarely do them, though.
Yeah, but when you do, fucking hell. They're usually worse.
Well, yeah, because
Like,
it usually means I'm ill. You do it all the fucking time.
Yeah, but they don't get much worse. But yours. It's like they've been there for fucking months.
Yours always smelled burnt.
Yeah.
Like a really bad barbecue.
Like I've eaten a pile of burning tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's fucking horrible.
I don't know. I mean, there was a phase I went through when I was a kid where I would grab my farts and then I would smell them directly.
God, I'm so glad we have girls.
I know, boys are fucking stupid. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. But, yeah, there's so many stupid things I used... Okay, so, I mean, if we're going to continue, and we are, all the single ladies, all the girls, tell us one fucked up thing you did as a kid. You're like, why the fuck did I do that? And all the boys do the same.
Okay,
and point out the fact of whether you're a guy or a girl, or something in between. I like that rainbow spectrum. But whatever you are... I'm trying to be inclusive, you fuckhead.
No, you're slurring like fuck.
Am I?
You're starting to, yeah.
I'm getting a mouthful of saliva.
That's what happens when you talk.
I will pour drink on you.
No, you won't. You'll waste whiskey.
I will pour Coke on you.
Okay, something fucked up. Like, weird that
I just want to see, specifically with the sort of the more dichotomous groups, I reckon boys are going to do more fucked up shit, but I want to be proven wrong that girls are way more disgusting. Because I've heard...
So you mean something disgusting or something weird?
Weird / disgust. Something that's going to make everyone think that there's something wrong with you.
I've done plenty of stupid stuff.
Oh, I know. You've done stupid stuff since we've been... You've done more stupid stuff since we've been together.
I'm a curious person.
You are curious. Yes, that is how I would describe you. How would you describe your love? She is a curious woman. I brought it up and I'm bringing it up again. I still don't understand it. I thought you were talking about something you'd done before we ever even met, but it turned out that it was earlier that day. You drank out of the hot water bottle I'd given you because you couldn't be bothered to get up. Plus, you were curious as how it would taste.
Yeah.
Like rubber! Shockingly! At least it was a new one.
I was about 9, and I was wondering if the light bulb in a lamp would be hot.
Okay.
So I touched it with my thumb.
Ha!
And confirmed it was hot. And I got a blister on my thumb.
Something less fucked up, but probably a lot more dangerous, is I figured out that my light bulb could warm up biscuits. So I used to balance them on top. Until my parents came in one day and says, "Why does it smell of cooked food in here?" I was like, "I don't know." And they're like, "But why does it smell of cooked food in here?" "I don't fucking know. I took the fifth and I stuck to it. I don't know. Yeah, I put like a little bit of biscuit on. They tasted fucking well nice. It was really nice. Like those fucking kids' little oven things. They work because those lamps put out so much fucking heat. It was ridiculous. I am double jointed. Join the club. It has to be something stupid. Or like there's the one thing that everybody did, or like a lot of people did as kids. Like me and my brother used to make radio shows using cassette tapes, which I guess these days is mostly just kids making YouTube videos.
We didn't do that.
What? No, you did it with your phone, though. You did something similar, which was to make...
I made videos with my... Yeah. I made a stop-motion video of... it was like a Furby or something. And I made it walk down the stairs, walk into the living room, walk up to my dad who was napping on the couch, and then sat on his face. And then because obviously I just put something on his face so he was awake, and he was such a good sport about it. He stayed there while it happened, and then I showed him the video afterwards, and he was like, that's what you were doing."
Your dad was a very patient man.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
Like I'm not his biggest fan because he's been a bit of a twat on occasion, but he was a patient man with you and your sister. The fucking Cocoa Pops still get me. I don't think
marshmallows in front of the living room fireplace as well.
Did those catch on fire?
No, they didn't catch on fire, but they burned quite a lot.
Oh yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. Thing is, he let us do it. A
Well,
lot of the time, he just let us do stuff.
Cat, why are you playing with a pencil? Do you want a fucking Nerf bullet. She likes Nerf bullets for some reason. She's absolutely caca for Nerf bullets. Shh. You've had food. You've been out. I'm assuming you've got water.
I made friends with bees, and they helped me from being bullied by swarming around me like a shield.
I'm curious to how real that is. I'm assuming it wasn't. Hello, cat. There you go. See, you can have some strokes. Just shut up and stop running around like crazy.
Pulled my dad's finger.
That was probably a mistake. Harry Potter magic broomstick was banned because vibrations. Oh my god. Okay. I shot up heroin and nodded off while I was walking and walked into a concrete pillar, smashed my face in. And you did that while you were a child, and we're talking sort of sub 10-year-old. Great. Don't worry, I've been clean for years.
We made a huge snowman in front of the neighbour's house and rang the bell. That's great.
I like that. That's some wholesome prankage. I do like a wholesome prank. Like, I can't stand... Like, when we were a kid, we called it Knock on Ginger. Everyone had a name for it. It was the game where you knock on someone's door and run away.
Knock a door, run.
Knock a door, run. Be a little bitch is what I called it, because I never did it because I thought it was a hugely twatty thing to do.
We didn't set Cocoa Pops on fire. Me and my sister...
It's so much worse than setting them on fire.
Me and my sister, we got a snorkel, and she was putting Cocoa Pops at the top
Where were you located at this time?
in the living room.
No, you weren't. I thought you were in your dad's bed.
No, that was with the sweets.
Oh, sorry.
Cocoa Pops
I get your fucked up stories all confused because they're all so fucked up.
Cocoa Pops was in the living room, and she was putting Cocoa Pops at the top of the snorkel so I would eat them.
Trying to eat Cocoa Pops with a snorkel.
She kept putting him in faster and faster. She had this face on that just made me laugh so much. And I ended up laughing, and it blew the Cocoa Pops.
She blew a snorkel's worth of Cocoa Pops across the living room.
Yeah.
Which is quite a lot of Cocoa Pops when you spread them out over about 4 meters squared. You fucking twat. You and your sister.
The one in my dad's bed was, we went, like, inside the duvet cover.
Right, I don't know why, but I'd combined...
We made a tent inside his duvet cover.
I'd combined the snorkel Cocoa Pops with that,
and my sister,
which is so much worse.
My sister had this big tray of sweets that she got for Christmas, so we were eating them in there, and yeah, we just started fucking about, and all the sweets went everywhere, and there was like shitloads of sweets inside my dad's covers, and we just left them.
For fuck's sake. Did your dad ever bring any of this up?
No.
No. He was just happy to have the company.
He was very patient.
It's so weird because the only time he ever got mad at you and your sister was because you'd watched Family Guy.
Oh, you watched Family Guy, yeah.
And there was the joke in Family Guy of G.I. Jew, which was a... Jewish, obviously, army character, and all they did was they go, "You call these bagels?" That was the joke. Oh shit! Blocks that had more drink in it than I expected.
Well done.
Yeah, well, at least that's all protected. Yeah, and you just kept saying to your sister, "You call these bagels?"
Yeah, but the thing is, right? She kept like we were at Butlins, and
who knows what Butlins is?
It's a family holiday beach place, and we were
for the non-Englishes.
We were hanging around, and it was in the breakfast area, and she kept coming up with pastries and croissants and all sorts, and she kept saying
anything that wasn't a bagel.
Yeah, and she kept saying, "You call these bagels?" And I don't know why. Obviously, because I was a kid, I found it fucking hilarious, and I was laughing my head off. And my dad was not in on the joke, So he started getting more and more frustrated because we did this for like 3 hours.
You were back in the fucking room or something,
Yeah,
weren't
we
you?
went back to the hotel room area and he just got really fucked off and punched a wardrobe.
Why did you keep doing that? You're driving me knacking futs. And then you two pushed him even further by you pretending to cry, wasn't it? You pretended to cry and your sister...
I pretended to cry and then...
So you might think, oh, he punched a wardrobe. What a monster. He shouldn't do that in front of kids. They kept fucking with him.
I started pretending to cry and my
They
sister
started shouting at him.
My sister was having a go at my dad, going, "Oh look, you made her cry now. Thanks, Dad."
You were monsters, absolute. It's like no. Surprised he didn't kill them both.
But yeah.
And I have this to look forward to.
We were proper mean to him as kids.
Because I've had her children as twins, so they're even more in sync. I'm fucked. Hopefully they'll take it out on her rather than me.
The other one we did as a kid was I put my sister in a suitcase and pushed her down the stairs.
Didn't she want to do it again?
The thing is, it bounced in a way that would have hit her head, definitely. And I was like, shit, maybe
Killed
I
my
shouldn't have
sister.
I said, shit, I shouldn't have done that. And I went, are you okay? Didn't hear anything. And I went down to go open it up. And as I was opening it up, she started laughing. She said, "Could we do it again?"
That's like my I've talked about it in a video before. It's not quite the same because there was no accomplice, but when I was trying to I discovered that a tea towel was quite slidey on carpet. Slidey enough. I thought this will be a good idea. If I hold the tea towel under my bum, then I can slide down the stairs like a sled. This is not what happened. If you've ever done roly-polies down a set of stairs. That was the stupidest thing I think I've ever done. And, you know, I made my channel and everything. But that, fucking hell, I don't, just at the bottom. And they were curved stairs as well. So they sort of, at the top and at the bottom were turns. So there was 2 turns and some straight stairs. And I was just at the bottom curve, splayed out like the gangly little freak I was, because I've always been long. And I was just like, that was a mistake. I can't remember if I like cried or anything like that. I think I was so astounded at my own stupidity that there was no room for tears. There was just, fuck, I better not do that again. I never told any of my family about it. I have retold that story multiple times. I've told it on stream a couple of times, and I've told it in a video. Although in the video,
oh, we've done that, something like that as well. Putting my sister in a wheelie bin and pushing her around in it.
Say again.
Putting my sister in a wheelie bin and pushing her around in it.
Didn't you leave her out the front or something?
Oh yeah, I've left her in it before, and she's like, "I can't get out. It's too tall."
I can't hear you. I'm in the garden. Tea towel. I mean, yes. Seriously, who hasn't done that at least? Which one? To be honest, the sad thing is, like, some of the more close sibling stuff I never did with my brother, and my brother would admit it. He was a twat when he was a kid. He was
He was also significantly older than you.
He was enough older that we weren't that close. Although I do remember him picking on me all the way home from school. So I whacked him with my book bag, which had a metal pencil case in, and I thwacked him in the head.
My stepbrother had a longboard, and him, me, 2 of his friends, and my friend were all walking, taking turns holding rope, and being driven to a hill where we could fly down and hold and slide for a mile long.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Does anybody remember, it was a 90s gimmick thing. I think it was called the snake board.
Tea towel is a little towel used for drying up, but and also like drying up spills and stuff.
Yeah, if you don't know what a tea towel is, it's a towel for tea. For cleaning up tea, basically. It's what you... But mostly I use it to take stuff out of the oven and then go really fucking mental because I can never find one when I want one. I remember there was this dude who lived down the road from us, and he always had the cool... He was... I bet now, as an adult, I'd think, oh my god, what a fucking dorky nerd. But as a kid, I was like, this is the coolest human being that's ever existed. He had nunchucks, and he had a skateboard, but it wasn't this... Cat! Seriously, how many times? Yes, I know, meow, but stop it.
Why don't you just move the bags? Then she can't do it.
But she is a bag. She will do it. She'll follow the bags wherever they need. Hop. Oh my god, you crunchy bitch. Smack ass.
Ow, ow, ow.
You're following me, mother?
There's like stuff in these.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't moved them.
Why do you put it away?
Because that would involve effort. And I've been busy. Oh. Sounds like my stepbrother. Fought a lot. And even one time he was trying to choke me as I fell onto the stairs before I backdrop kicked him down the stairs. Okay. I just remembered putting a smoke bomb in the elevator and sending it up. The neighbours were angry. I'm not surprised. I would be pretty fucking pissed off if I opened the fucking... If I lived in a place with a lift, anyway. I'd be pretty fucking angry to find out it had been smoke bombed. Jesus. But did you give her more food? Or did you not?
Because she's been a dick.
Did you not give her food last time?
I didn't give her any food last time. I just put her outside.
No wonder she's been mental. So this has been your fault the whole time.
No, it's my fault.
That's good to know. I mean, to be fair, everything that cat ever does is literally your fault. You did ask for a cat. It's giving me quite the look. I've been told as well. She just hit me. I was waiting to get a look back then. Did this child have a fedora? I mean, he wasn't a child. He was like 17, 18, I think. I don't know. I was so young that I wouldn't have been able to tell you how old he was. But he seemed like nearly a grown-up at the time. But the thing I was trying to remember is the snake board. And it was a skateboard that for some fucking reason, instead of being a solid lump of wood and blah, 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 it was two little boards connected by a bit that you could move. And I don't think it had any functional purpose other than you could sort of propel yourself using some motion that meant you didn't have to step off the board. But the only way... I mean, I've never been able to skateboard. For whatever reason, I do not have the balance for a skateboard. And this thing was about 10 times worse. So, yeah, fun times. Marcus wants to know what you are eating during the apocalypse. Do you mean this particular... And who's Marcus? Explain tea towels. Explain them. I mean, they don't need much explaining. They're a small towel that you have in your kitchen that you use to wipe up spills, but you also use them to take things out of the oven, and occasionally you use them to whip your partner on the buttocks if you want to get a punch in the face. Other than that, yeah, it's just a thing we have in England, and you have to have some tea towels. And if I don't have any tea towels, I get very upset. I unironically own a fedora, and I'm intending to purchase a katana. I don't own a Dakamori yet, though. I've had fedoras, and I own a katana. I used to own a full set of katana, wakizashi, and a tanto, but more than half of those got burnt in the fire, and I threw them away. But I kept the katana because if someone's going to break in my house, I'm going to stab them. Not that I'm going to stab them. That was just hyperbole. Do not police me, please, police. But yeah, having them about for protection seems like a plan. I want a Barbie flyer from the 1990s. You know, those Beyblade-like spinner things that were like saw blades being flung at people's faces. There's a video of that on the internet that I really, 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 really like because I'm basically Satan. Someone bought this kid this spinning fairy princess thing that flies through the air, and she sets it off, and it immediately flies into the fireplace, and the kid just starts screaming. That explains a lot.
What?
You don't fold them up properly. The bags. I have a way of folding them that I like. It makes me happy because I'm a nerd.
Put them a fucking way then instead of just leaving them in the middle of the floor. And then you can fold them away however you want.
Okay. So on that note, I think we're gonna end the stream because Mrs. Sick is mad at me for some reason. Probably because I'm a massive twat. Yeah, we videos this week. 2 videos this week, Wednesday and Friday, because you're lucky people who deserve extra videos. And they've already been made. They were made last week, and I'm already working on another one because this whole thing that I'm doing is actually working out properly. And hopefully I should have made 2 videos by the end of this week, and etc, etc, so on and so forth. I don't know what else I was going to say. But I really need a piss, and so the fact that I haven't gone for a piss yet is just impressive in itself. Can I get a G word? Well, you didn't pay for it, so obviously not. Duh. I have over 50 lightsabers and Batman Batarang knuckles. I feel like at this moment, Jordan Cambridge, that you're just making up most of the things you say, so, you know, either you've got just the most insane life, or you like making stuff up. I don't know. But yeah. Videos are ready. They're going to be up. Hopefully they'll be entertaining. I don't know. Don't go to bed mad. What other way is there to exist? But yeah. I'll see you in the videos, in the comments. Not that I'll be likely to respond, but I probably will be reading them. And other than that, we'll see you next week for one of these very important, terrible streams for terrible people that everyone should watch for reasons that I don't understand. But I'll see you all later. Thanks for coming. Bye.